their website and say, okay, what makes these 3-time failed guys think that this is going to succeed? Where most of the startups die? They die on the second page of Google, which no one visits. Building millions of user base, you need to have some stellar content.
Right.
Okay. And you need to have stellar content in the area that it's relevant to you. All of us, moving on, all of us know some influencers or the other, right? So who are influencers? Influencers are folks who have a huge following around a certain topic, which is niche. Whoever they are, involve them early in the process. Tell them, boss, you know what, this is what I'm building. When the time comes, I would want you to write something about us. And involve him in the processing. You know what, we've built this. Here's a beta for you. See if you like it. I made a new bike. Give it a test ride. I'll send it to your home. Play around it for a day. Like all the phone manufacturers, they go and call out to influencers saying that why don't you come over and check out the new phone. The influencers also need you because they need new content, right? They want to know what's in the market. There's a reason why they're an influencer. So go after them. The problem with influencers is, again, there's a lot of snake oil being peddled over here. A lot of influencers are not influencers. And I think marketers need to realize that influencer posting is kind of becoming like a vanity metric now. Right? If an influencer is doing something, figure out how many email IDs you're getting, how much sale is happening. If any of those needs is not being built, that guy is not an influencer, he's a friend. That's it. Leave it at that. Not a problem at all.
Because I believe the US has this whole micro influencer category where people are doing different things and they create a lot of value. I was talking to some of the other founders recently, and like you mentioned, they were not getting the same kind of value, at least in the Indian influencers. Is that a challenge where you just have a lot of dead audience just subscribing and following and watching, or do they not have the ability to buy today or purchase or in that segment, which basically means that maybe it's latent demand which will come for some future product in a future time because potentially they'll become earning members or have the ability to purchase at some point?
Actually, something else. The way to find out whether a person is an influencer or not is figure out how they've accumulated followers. If you see sudden spurts in influencer followers, two things can happen. Either they've posted a blockbuster post, which you can again just go to their timeline and see if they have. If they haven't, then they've bought those users. So if you bought something users, obviously they're going to be unengaged users, right? Building millions of user base, you need to have some stellar content,
right?
Okay, and you need to have stellar content in the area that it's relevant to you. Typically, what do a lot of brands do? They go after influencers who are in the humor category. So people are going to him for a good joke, for a good laugh. They are not going to buy your cell phone because comedian is saying, right? Because now what you're trying to do the celebrity status. I trust the celebrity, hence I'm buying that. I don't trust the influencer for recommending a phone, but I trust him for giving me a good laugh, right? So you need to actually figure out who your influencers are. And the way I have seen a lot of agencies approach is saying that, okay, aapka TG ye hai 18 to 24, we have a lot of influencers catering to that TG. It's again just snake oil for me, right, from that particular statement, because then the agency has not understood anything of what I'm trying to say. Right? I would want him to say, okay, you're selling a phone, here's a tech influencer who a lot of people respect, but you know what, his maximum of his TG is in the 30 plus category. Okay, and here's our insight: people who are in the 30 plus category influence a lot of 18 plus, hypothetically. So you can do something like that, but influencers are not something which will which are a silver bullet, but there's something which you can utilize pretty well.